Hi Neil, how are things?
Yeah, good. Thank you. You okay?
Yeah, good, thanks. I was going to start off by asking about the injuries. I realise this could take some time, and I also realise that we'll hear more about Alan Wynne and Ross this afternoon. But if I start with those two, are they both ruled out for this weekend, or is there any chance for Alan Wynne?
Well, look, you never know what I'll do. That's the thing. We certainly experienced that in the summer and I've done in the past. So, look, we'll wait until see how things work out today for them guys. We'll certainly know more later on, and I would probably think we definitely know by tonight what the outcome is for the two of them.
If I could run through the rest of the list: Ken Owens, Dan Bigger, Ellis Jenkins. Start with
Yeah,
those.
yeah, most of them are starting to come back in and doing a little bit of work. Bigsy's trained LS and stuff. Ken is still probably ongoing with a few things, but again, we'll see how they unfold today and later on this afternoon. We train this afternoon, so we see how these guys come through, and obviously we can make an assessment after that. Then
Toby Falatau hasn't been in action. Liam Williams hasn't been in action. Willis Halahollow's been away. Thomas Young, a knock of the weekend. Any news in any of those?
Yeah, no, same. It's just, yeah, again, look, we just play it by ear, don't we? That's all we can do. We see how obviously the morning has gone okay. We'll see how this afternoon goes, more importantly. And then we'll see where we're at after that then. And I'm sure then there'll be announcements or decisions made later on this evening after training this afternoon.
How much of a boost to the squad has it been after a difficult weekend to have the extra players coming in?
Yeah, it's always a boost. And of course, you don't want players to be injured, but the reality of the game at this level is very very physical and very tough. So you are going to lose players, and there's an opportunity for someone else to come in and stake their claim. So it's real, tough luck and bad luck on the guys that get injured. But for the guys coming in, it's a fantastic opportunity for them to play against one of the best sides in the world, if not the best side. You can argue that. So, it's another tough test match for us on Saturday, and just replicate what last Saturday was all about, really. And it's another one for us to, we need to front up on Saturday. There's no doubt in that.
What do you do to pick the team up from that from the scale of the defeat at the weekend?
Yeah, look, of course, the score was a 54-16, I think the final score, 56-16. So, again, it's not an easy scoreline to look at, is it, and to read. And obviously the last sort of 15, 20 minutes was a big issue for us on Saturday. I think, 28-16, concede more or less straight away. Again, the intercept early on probably sets us back a little bit as well. But realistically, if we don't do that with 21-16 with about 20 minutes to go. So look, there's a lot of positives in Saturday, but there's also a lot of negatives as well that we need to overcome and be better at on Saturday. There's no doubt in that regard in South Africa, and we need to be playing for the full 80 minutes. And because they'll be no different to New Zealand, they play a different way, but again, they can be very ruthless and efficient in what they do. So we certainly need to be ready on Saturday.
As you say, they play in a different way as a big kicking game. Have you got an extra busy week? Are we going to see an awful lot of the ball in the air this weekend?
Yeah, that's the nature of when you play South Africa and the nature of the game, really. Witnessed it firsthand on quite a few occasions in recent years with Wales and in the summer with the Lions. So look, they play a certain type of rugby. It's an effective type of rugby, but we need to be effective in the way we go about things, and we need to try and exert our own pressure on them and our own kicking game on them as well if we possibly can. So, but there'll be a lot of aerial bombardments on Saturday, I'm sure, certainly from them, and there'll be a few from us as well. So it's the battle of the air is huge in today's rugby, and you need to come out on the right side of it.
Do you take any lessons from your experiences in the summer?
Yeah, look, there's a lot of things to work on. There's no doubt in that, and there's a lot of aspects that we need to get right on Saturday that we probably did in the summer in some instances and didn't in the summer as well. So, but it doesn't change from an aerial perspective. These kicks are on the money. They're 50-50, and 50-50 is what it is. It's basically you've got a 50% chance of winning or 50% chance of losing it, and the crumbs are a big part of that as well, and the scraps. So. Look, it's there's a lot of things that go on, and go into these areas, and we'll be working hard this week to try and get that right and give ourselves the best possible chance of taking them aerial bombs, and obviously trying to implement our attack from there.
And finally, for me, is there a better team in world rugby in terms of their kicking game than South Africa?
You can argue, because New Zealand have got a very good kicking game. It's a different type of kicking game. So, what South Africa do, they do very well, and they're very good at it, and they're one of the best in the world. There's no doubt in that. So you can argue again, are they the best, or are the teams got a different way of doing it, but it's still equally as effective? So look, whatever they do, they're very strong, they're very good, and we know that, and it'll be a big challenge for us on Saturday.
Okay, thanks very much.
Thank you. Good to see you, Mitch.
Neil, the Lions obviously just lost to South Africa, playing a pretty tight game. How much of an incentive is there for Wales to play a different sort of game and try and impose an open game on South Africa, provided you get enough possession?
Yeah, well, it all sounds nice, doesn't it? But in reality, it's very difficult. I think New Zealand found that in the summer. So Australia obviously had some good gains out of playing them as well in a certain way. So look, we've got a certain way of playing, and we like to keep ball in hand as well as having a balance to our attack in terms of our kicking game as well. So we scored a lovely try on the weekend through a kick from Reece with Johnny Williams' try. So you can be effective in certain aspects in different ways and different types of kicks, and I'd like to think we could try and do that on Saturday. But we know it's going to be a big challenge for us. There's no doubt in that, and certainly the way they play is a big challenge. So physically, confrontational. Obviously, set piece is exceptional. Their aerial game is superb. They kick in. The defence is very good as well. So they won the best side, if not the best side, for a reason. And it was a good challenge for us on Saturday.
What did you make of the South African team announcement with Herschel Jantjies in at scrum half, Creel on the wing and Willemse at fullback? Yeah,
it's different. There's no doubt in that. I played against Jesse before. He's a fantastic player. Generally used to him playing in centres, but again, he's an athlete. He's very fit, very quick. He'll be good in the air. There's no doubt in that. And Willemse the same. We played a little bit against him in the summer. He's a talented rugby player. And Jantjies the same. So look, they could go a few different options if they wanted. They got some face strength and depth. Obviously, they have an injury to Faf de Klerk, but he's a big player for them. But again, these other guys are very, very talented and very good. And they'll. I don't think they'll miss too much with these guys coming in.
Obviously, their track record speaks for itself. But on the other hand, you've got a good track record against them in Cardiff. How much do you take from that?
Yeah, look, we've had a good run of results against them over time. But again, Saturday's another game. It's a different game, and. It's important. We're at home. We want to perform well. We want to win. There's no other way about it. And we need to up our game. There's no doubt in that from last Saturday, especially that last 20 minutes. It was an 80-minute game, and we need to show that on Saturday. And but certainly looking forward to the challenge and a different challenge from last week.
Thanks, Neil. Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Neil, obviously, if Big is fit, you've got three world-class fly halves there. How do you feel with that having that options as well going forward?
Yeah, well, it's obviously very good for us, and obviously Callum has he's been done very well for us in the past as well. So Callum's involved as well in that. So yeah, look, it's what it's all about. And it's a battle of the tens, and Bigsy obviously has been exceptional for us in recent times, and in the summer with the Lions as well. So he's a big player for us. But Gareth coming back is huge. So is Reece, and obviously with Callum as well. So look, I think we're incredibly lucky to have the players that we have in that position, and it's a good challenge for all them to fight out against each other.
How good was it to see Reece back? Because it has been a while.
Yeah, Reece was excellent when he came on Saturday. Look, he's a very experienced Test player. He's been around a long time, and obviously he's been out to the Test arena for a good few years now. Regardless of playing in Bath, but again, his quality and his composure, if you like, is second to none. And he showed that when he came on Saturday, and put a couple of lovely kicks in for us, and obviously play the game as he sees it. And he's a very talented player and a very good player.
Just a personal one for you, if you don't mind. This is your 30th year being involved in the Wales setup from when you first started playing. How do you ensure that you, in your coaching brain and mind, that you're on the top of your game as well? Because you've been around for a long, long time. And it's great to see. But how do you ensure that you are getting that knowledge as well?
No, I love being involved. I love being here. I always see it as a challenge for myself as well to come in. Year in, year out, or campaign after campaign, and to put myself against the All Blacks, South Africa, Fiji and Australia this autumn, it was a fantastic challenge for myself as well in the area that I look after. So I love it. I love being involved. I love being around the boys, and I love being involved in the setup. It's it just keeps me going, if you like.
Well, let's hope we keep going for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
Hi Neil, it's Alex here. I know you faced them in the summer and you got them again this weekend, but is South Africa always a special game for yourself? Obviously, those games have played a pivotal role in your career, haven't they, as a player and a coach? Yeah,
I love being involved against them. It's going to be very tough, very physical. The game changes as times change, but they're probably back to the strengths of old, if you like, in recent years, and obviously winning the World Cup. Big centre back, big centre forward. Set piece is very, very good. The kicking game, we're playing smart rugby, playing in the right areas, got a big aerial game. So yeah, for me, it's probably stuff that they would have done over a long period, and they've gone back to that, if you like. So I always enjoy the challenge against them. It's always very tough. Always coming out on the right side, but I've been lucky enough to come out on the right side on a few occasions against them. But again, it'd be nice to be able to do that on Saturday, because it's a big challenge for us on Saturday. And as I said, one we're looking forward to. Certainly, I'm looking forward to it.
And just lastly for me on, Dan Biggar, you mentioned him earlier. I mean, is he sort of in contention at the moment as things stand?
Yeah, well, Biggs is Biggs. He'd be in contention no matter where he is in the world. He's a fantastic player and he's a big part of our squad and our team. So yeah, I have no doubt he should be thereabouts on Saturday.
Cheers, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi Neil, can I just check on Liam Williams? Wasn't quite sure about the answer earlier. Is he fit to play this weekend?
Liam's training, yeah. He's trained yesterday and today, and he's been doing other aspects of training the last few weeks as well. So he's building up nicely, and he's trained really well this morning. So he's fit and available as far as I'm concerned, yeah.
And that's the same for Ellis Jenkins. Wayne said he was quite close last Saturday.
Yeah, I think he'd just come a little bit too soon in the game, as in he'd been able to train fully, obviously leading up to the game, but later on in the week he trained fully, and he's obviously trained fully in the last few days. So again, Ellis is another one that he's in contention to play on Saturday.
Just on him, obviously the South Africa game was the game that he got his horrendous injury a long time ago now. How heartening is it to see him back in a Wales jersey and contending to play a test match? It's been a hell of a road for him, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. What he's gone through is probably no one's business for him to get back to this level and playing regularly, playing at a level that he's used to. He's a fantastic rugby player. He's incredibly tough, incredibly intelligent as well in terms of what he does and how he goes about his game. And if he were to play on Saturday, I think it'd be an incredible achievement from his perspective and his family, really, and him getting back on the pitch and playing in that game that was 3 years ago. And he was a man of the match that day. He was outstanding. Let's hope, fingers crossed, that can happen on Saturday for him. And he maybe puts them demons to bed, if you like. But he's an exceptional player as far as I'm concerned. He's been very unlucky with injuries.
Just last one. If Alan Wynne is ruled out later, and we haven't got that yet, how much do your other pack members need to stand up and be counted? And he adds a lot, as we well know, for a long time. So how much of the onus is on those other boys to make an impact on Saturday against one of the most physical teams in the world? Well,
it's common sense. You've got to stand up, haven't you? Of course, if Al is fit and he's able to play, brilliant. If not, it's an opportunity for someone else to play against one of the best sides in the world and some of the best second rows in the world. So, of course, we want our best players playing and fit and available. And if for some reason Al is not right and available for Saturday, give someone else an opportunity, and what an opportunity to play against these guys. And as you said, you've got to stand up. You can't go into your shell against this lot, because they certainly take advantage. And, we need to be standing up for ourselves on Saturday and taking the game to them.
Thanks, Neil.
No problem. Thank you.
Hi, Neil. Just a quick couple. Just on Faletau, I understand, obviously, hasn't been training very much. Would you think this Saturday is going to come too soon for him, given how little workload he's had since the Lions tour?
Yeah, we've obviously seen, Tulupe in other instances, where he hasn't played much rugby and he's come to the fore for us. And, there's no doubt he could possibly do that on Saturday. As I said, we'll see how things go this afternoon. And obviously we'll look to see how he is and stuff on that, and make a decision after that. But look, Toby's a world-class player. We know that. He's been there, done it. And if anyone's going to do it, again, like Alan Wynne, Toby's certainly one of them as well. Yeah,
would you put Ken in that boat as well with Toby, who's perhaps got a bit more to do this week, but wouldn't put it past him?
Yeah, without doubt. As I said, Ken, again, another big player for us and has been over a long period of time. And you never count these guys out, do you? I certainly learned that over time, because 1 minute you think they might not be playing and then they are. So, they do an awful amount of work in between games to look after themselves and trying to get themselves available and right for, for the following game the next Saturday. So, who knows? Hopefully, fingers crossed, these guys can come through and, they could be in the team sheet.
And just going back to Rhys Priestland briefly, obviously you were on the coaching staff when he left to go to Bath and made himself unavailable over there. How disappointing was that for you guys as a coaching group to sort of lose him as an option for such a long period of time?
Well, it is. You've got someone as good as Rhys and the quality he has, 50 caps, been around the environment for a long, long time. And it's not just his experience, his know-how, his understanding, the way he prepares for games. He's, from my perspective, an exceptional kicker. And he understands the game incredibly well. And, when you always lose some of your better players, it's always a blow. There's no doubt in that, especially for someone as small as us. We need all our players fit and available and able for selection in some way, shape or form. So, of course, it's, but again, Rhys got his own decisions to make and his own life to live, and we decided to make that call, and we back him 100%. But obviously, from our perspective as a Welsh nation and team, of course, we'd have loved to have him involved and being able to pick him and select him. He's a fantastic player.
Thank you all.